And hey, look at that. We are live. Hi, everybody. We are here on Throwdown Thursdays, not round two, really, but game two of the Trivial Pursuit Horror Tournament of 2020. And we are joined today I'm going to put these, I have little banners for you guys that I made. So I'm going to, by introducing you guys in order of appearance. We have first filmmaker. Oh, I did that last time. I hit the wrong button. I was supposed to hit this button to send you up full. And you are Hansi Oppenheimer. You are the director and writer of the film All Hail the Popcorn King, the documentary about Joe R. Lansdale. And so we got your figure going across the bottom. One interesting fact about Hansi, she deadlifts 600 pounds.
Well, only when someone's in the way of my shot.
Wow.
And we are also joined by Misty Pendragon. She is a member of the award-winning Scream Sisters podcast and writer for Horoscope magazine. And at age 3, she was forced to kill a bear with a spork.
Okay.
I love Horoscope magazine. I always read. Those are great. And poor at this point, so you astrodized. But I used to buy those all the time. There was one article that was this great article where they talked about like horror writers and their charts, and that was really interesting.
Well, I'm gonna introduce myself while we are waiting for our final guest, who had an impromptu dinner with his mom, which is very nice. I am, of course, Matthew the Angry Nerd. I am the host of Throwdown Thursday. I am the host of the Shark Bites podcast. I am a co-host of the indie creator spotlight show on the Dorkening that I do with Leo, and I am also one of the 3 bromigos of the Ray Hall trio on the loudest sports show on the Dorkening. And today I noticed you guys are wearing Halloween shirts, which is very appropriate considering that it is Halloween 2nd.
Are we wearing Halloween shirts?
Are you?
I'm wearing a werewolf shirt.
I'm wearing Joe Lansdale.
You've got The Last Drive-In. Excellent.
Joe Bob. Yeah.
And Misty, you have a werewolf shirt.
Cool.
Yes.
And myself, I am wearing...
That is very cool. I like that.
This is one of my favorite designs from Monsters Are Good, our good buddy Sam.
Oh, I love them.
He is a fantastic person, very knowledgeable about horror, obviously, and makes some amazing shirts.
I have a shirt from them, and it's pretty cool.
Which one do you have?
I have it's 4 monsters, and it's like like a Ramon shirt.
Oh, the Ramon. Yeah, that one's rad. I have several. We have the other version of this where it's the Frankenstein's monster with the 2 lightning bolts crossed underneath. We have the Christmas version that's red and green with the Santa hat. I have the Dracula Batman logo. And I have, I think there's one. I forget what, though. But while we are waiting, I am going to quickly play a video from our sponsor, Deadly Grounds Coffee, and hopefully by the time we come back,
Yummy.
So here's a zombie talk about coffee.
Everyone thinks because you're a zombie, you don't know good coffee. Well, they're wrong. There's only one brew that gets my seal of approval. Deadly Grounds Coffee is my guilty pleasure. The aroma is so intoxicating. It brings all of my neighbors out of the woodwork. Deadly Grounds Coffee. Coffee to die for and zombie approved. It's good to get a little deadly. Use the front door! Oh, they're so disgusting.
Their coffee's great.
It really is. I'm almost out. Although I did find we have an almost full bag of cinnamon. So, Hansi, as you were the first one on, you got to pick your piece, and you picked the goat skull. So, Misty, I'm going to give you your options.
Okay.
So you have the zombie hand rising out of the ground. You have the brain with the cleaver in it. You have the chopping block with a foot on it. You have the headless straitjacket torso. And you have the cracked, creepy porcelain baby doll head.
Oh, no, not baby doll. No, zombie hand, all the way.
All right.
I'm a zombie fan.
I think most of us are.
Zombies are my favorite.
Do you remember Thriller?
Yes.
Thriller was my introduction to horror.
Oh, really? At the beginning of that used to scare the shit out of me as a kid, but I'd still watch.
Oh, what?
No, mine was Universal Monsters. My dad introduced me to them.
Yeah, the first horror film I ever watched was Frankenstein, but I was like 3, and then of course I had nightmares. Nobody paid attention to what I watched, so.
No, mine was Dracula.
Very nice. Yeah, we used to watch Thriller a lot, to the point where it would kind of freak us out because I was 3 or 4, and my brother was 2 or 3, and so there was a video store up the street from us where they had the VHS, obviously, because it was the mid to late 80s of the making of Thriller. So my mom was like, well, if you guys see what that it's just makeup, it's not real, it's pretend, it's like a bunch of people with really fancy Halloween costumes, you won't be scared. And so I mean it worked. We were able to watch that and be very excited about what was going on. And we love Michael Jackson even to this day. My niece was actually born on his birthday. So yeah, we're big fans. So while we are still waiting for our last guest to arrive, Hansi, I'll start with you. Let's talk a little bit about the project you have going on. And promote
I'm sorry, your audio sounds kind of off.
All right, let me try turning my speaker down. That's better?
Yeah, you just get closer to the mic.
Okay.
I'm gonna hold my new skull.
Ooh, very nice.
Of course.
$3 at Target.
Oh, let's go to Target tomorrow. Cool.
Yeah,
So-
it's in the Day of the Dead section.
Very nice.
Oh, very cool.
So Hansi, tell us a little bit about your current projects that you've got going on. The doc, and where folks can find you on social media.
Well, I have a website, squeeprojects.com. So everything is sort of in there. And then if it's not there, it has the links to my Instagram, my Twitter, my YouTube channel. I think I've got hundreds now of interviews, press stuff at cons, panels, some short films. So there's a whole bunch of stuff there. Right now I'm talking to different distributors and sales agents trying to get this film to Shudder. Actually, I really want it to be on Shudder. It seems like it should be on Shudder. And Craig Nicotero gave us like a thumbs up and wrote to the head of AMC and said, you should look at this for Shudder. But I have to have a distributor. They won't do business with you otherwise. You have to have some middleman. So I'm just trying to find a middleman that won't completely screw me.
Yeah, that's the trick. That's the trick.
Yep.
And Misty, what else? What have you got going on other than the podcast? Tell folks about what you've got for your different projects that you've got going on, and where folks can find you on social media.
Well, there's obviously Scream Sisters. We're on Facebook. I've got Horoscope Magazine, which right now is frozen, unfortunately. There's a family emergency with the editor, but it will be back. But I've got stuff right in the second issue. I've got stuff, and I've got it in the first issue. But I'm working on a comic book, which is a dystopian story with a friend of mine, and I've got actually a couple screenplays that I'm working on, and one of them I'm going to be hopefully collaborating with Dave Maggot. I forgot his last name. Yeah.
Gonna.
Yeah. and we'll be talking to Matthew Fisher once it's done.
Very nice.
Yeah.
As some of you know, I'm just working on my book, How Much Do You Tip an Exorcist?, with art from the amazing and incredible Jeanette Andromeda, who did not only this fine piece of art right behind me that is kind of cut off, but it says Throwdown Thursday right above the shark and the witch, which represent myself and Ashes. But she also did, Gail, she did your podcast logo at one point.
Yes, she did. I've had 3 logos actually. So she did the second logo, which honestly is my favorite. And we have them on t-shirts and stuff. And
I have one of those shirts.
Yes, you do.
I have 2 of your shirts. I have a black one with the old logo, and I have the red one with the newer logo from Jeanette, I believe.
Yep, I still have them sitting around in my room.
Well, if we ever get cons back again, we can start selling them, because that's what I want to do. I want to start selling my books. And I know you can get your film shown.
Well, we should have the DVD done in another couple of weeks. I got all the master files today, so I have to go through and review, because we've got like 36 extras on the DVD. So like a couple outtakes, and then everyone that I interviewed that didn't make it into the film, like John Skip and Paul F. Wilson, and also all these amazing names. I just couldn't fit them in, so we just did extras as little bits from their interviews.
Oh, very nice.
So I can sell the DVD if con never comes back, or if I have another screening. But I hope soon.
Now, based on your shirt, have you thought about doing like a drive-in screening?
Oh, I would love to. Absolutely, yeah. But I don't want a 4-wall. I did the 4-wall thing with this film, and it's exhausting.
Yeah, there have been a couple of events around here that kind of lend itself to that type of thing, where it was the Happenstance Horror Fest. I unfortunately wasn't able to make it. It was on a Thursday in New Hampshire, where they had, you were able to socially distance because you were in your car.
Yeah, we went to one here. They were doing one at World Fairgrounds in New York. And we went to celebrate our 42nd anniversary, and saw Videodrome in the thing. And it was really cool. Like, you don't even have to put your window down to, get them to swipe your ticket. You just hold the phone up to the window. Only the window driver's side can go down, the other sides can't, so nobody is open to the other side. And if you go to the bathroom, you have to wear a mask as you're stumbling to find the porta potty. But I think that's just for everybody's entertainment.
There's also places here out in Boston once, like places like the Brattle Theater and Coolidge Corner. They always do independent movie festivals, and the Boston Film Festival, which does usually runs around March. And there's the Salem Horror Festival, which is running. That's running right now as we speak, actually.
Yeah, Geek Girl Con too. We screened it virtually at Armadillo Con. So we use like a copyright watermark copy. But we'll see.
Maybe I can talk to you about it for Horoscope.
Yeah, that would be great. Any exposure we can get on this, because it's really, really well done. I was lucky enough to get the chance to see the screener when we interviewed you on the Independent Creator Show. And for those of you who don't know Hansi, she is an absolute delight and one of the funniest people you're going to meet.
She seems it.
Oh, she's just the best. I love the cosplay that you do as well. Like you are a big kid who you really are. Like, you're one of those folks like myself who just never grew up.
No, my grandson insists I'm the same age as him. He's 7.
I can see that. I can see that.
Yeah, because I get cosplays, and I'll chase him around the house in a mask and be a villain, and
I mean, that's fun.
Well, we should friend each other, and we can talk more, and I can see what I can do for you.
that'd be awesome, and vice versa. I always do interviews on my channel, and if you want to do a Zoom interview and talk about your work, you're welcome to.
Yeah.
We just recorded a panel for WhedonCon yesterday virtually.
For what con? Did you say
Whedon?
Whedon?
Yeah, like the Joss.
I'm mad Whedon. I'm a mad Joss Whedon fan. I met Joss Whedon and I cried.
Yeah, we had a moment.
And then he grabbed me and he hugged me and he said, "Give me some love." And then I was like, I cried even more in his arms.
I've been doing WhedonCon for a couple of years now, proposing panels or screening. I did a little short piece on the Whedon fandom, and we went to like the original Angelus graveyard where they first shot the night scenes.
Oh wow!
And we got 2 interviews in, and then security came over, and I'm like, just keep the camera running, just keep the camera running, like Herzog. I'm like, okay, so get in the car and drive away, but keep the camera running.
That's awesome. I used to run Joss Whedon panels all the time at cons.
Yeah. So you probably know a lot of the same people.
You look familiar. I mean, actually, like I used to go to LunaCon and stuff like that.
That one I don't know. Where are you?
Okay.
What part of the country are you in?
I'm in Boston, but I used to live in Queens.
Oh, I'm in Queens. I'm in Flushing.
Okay.
But
okay.
I always do something. If it's not press, it's a panel or a screening at Rhode Island Comic Con. So
okay.
It's a smallish con, a small con flavor, although it's been getting larger and larger.
What's the con? I'm sorry.
Rhode Island Comic Con.
Oh, yeah, we're familiar.
Okay. I've been to Rhode Island Comic Con.
Yeah, were you there the year that they didn't they over?
Yep.
In the fire department.
Yep.
Yep. Fortunately, I was inside, so I knew if I left, I'd have to.
I was there. I was inside also.
Old con goers trick: get there fucking early, so you don't have to do a little shit.
Yep. Hey, what a shit show that was.
Yeah,
I had press passes. They treated me like gold.
Yeah, no, they've always been real nice to me. It's just, there's a capacity for a venue and they oversold. I mean,
yeah.
Yeah.
And I have mobility issues too, so it's like I kind of use that also. So
say, oh, you. Also, I usually come in from the hotel side now, so that's always less crazy. Yeah, Ron ran into John Barrowman and who was he with? But at the Starbucks, as you pass from the hotel to the con, there's a little Starbucks before that tunnel.
Mm-hmm.
And I ran into John Barrowman. I was like, I just love you. And he's like, I'm just me. And I'm like, I know. And that's what
I love him.
Me. You're just you.
He's fantastic.
My friend and I lifted him in our photo op.
Do you have a come from?
He's like, what do you want to do? I'm like, I don't know. He's like, lift me. I'm like, we can't lift you. He's like, I'm light, believe it or not. And we're like, okay. And I was cosplaying as Kaylee. I actually had brown hair at the time, but and we did it.
Yeah, he's so much fun,
And then he gave us both a hug, and we were like, okay.
Yeah, he seems like one of those guys that's just like super fun to be around, like no matter what the situation is.
He seems like Kevin Smith. He's just like perpetually enthusiastic. Like Kevin Smith actually did a video from the hospital where he was in after the cardiac arrest, and he was like, "This is the greatest hospital ever. There's nurses and these."
I love Kevin Smith.
To all the staff at the hospital, like he would any anything he works on. So
I went to the road show for the new Jay and Silent Bob. I mean, I got to sit fairly close. I didn't get to meet him, but I've met Jay Muse, but I think when I met Jay Muse, he was still using.
Yeah. I met him. He was one of the first signatures on my shirt of Squee, Jay Muse and Kevin Smith, and it has a patch that says "Blowjob Car Wash." And Kevin Smith looked at it and said, "Most definitely," and signed like where the director would sign underneath. And Jay Muse did, Snoochy Boochie, whatever.
I love them. They're genius. Kevin Smith is a genius. I love them.
Films. I mean, they really. I mean, there's real like Red State is amazing.
Yeah.
I mean,
I even love Tusk. I even love Tusk.
Oh, I love Tusk too. Although I admit there was like 6 people in the theater when it started. And me and my husband were the only ones when we left. And as we're getting in the car, I'm saying how great it is. My husband's keeping cool, like, because he's being nice. And then when we're talking to our daughter on Skype that night, I'm like, "This great movie," and he's like, he did not like it. But
it definitely had some elements of like that. You've gone too far. There's no turning back type horror stuff to him. Like when he wakes up with no leg to start off.
Yeah. I like some body horror. I don't like I wouldn't see the Human Centipede, but I like some body horror.
Human Centipede has surprisingly very little like explicit. Yeah.
Yeah, that's one of those ones I've been like, I don't know. There's some movies like I'll only watch if I'm doing it with other people over Zoom because I know they're just gonna be terrible. Like I tried to watch Veronica.
Yeah, I tried too, and I was like, well, the music's really good.
I was like, I have to be like a riff tracks kind of watch. It's the only thing that's gonna get me through this film.
I have not watched that, and
don't bother.
Other people have, and they're just like, no, this is not this. I mean,
yeah, it looked terrible. It looked terrible.
So we still have a few more minutes before Chris jumps on. So I'm gonna break a little bit of news while we're doing this live. So as I mentioned, my book just came out. How much do you tip an exorcist? With amazing illustrations from Jeanette Andromeda. 2 weeks from tomorrow on what my wife would call Ashtoberfest because it is her birthday,
yes.
17th.
It's Ashtoberfest.
It is currently Ashtober, but the 17th, her birthday, is Ashtoberfest.
Okay.
And we have decided that Halloween is Ashtober Prime, or I decided. But
I love her. She's great.
On the 17th, the anthology More Lore from the Mythos Volume 2 is dropping, and I have a story in that as I did in the first anthology, More Lore from the Mythos. That anthology, along that anthology series, it's all Lovecraftian horror.
Oh, cool.
The first one I did, my story was called The Shed, and it's Lovecraftian body horror, and that's you mentioning that is kind of what reminded me.
Ooh.
On the 17th, I have a story called Scavengers, which is a post-apocalyptic part of my Riftverse, my Rift literary universe, which you'll see some of in How Much Do You Tip an Exorcist? And on Halloween, another anthology that I am in called VHS Nightmares.
Nice.
That one.
Awesome, Patrick.
And in both of those anthologies, you will also find stories by my good friend Steve Van Sampson, author of the Underworld series, and one of my oldest writing friends, who I met at Borders in Shrewsbury one night because they were doing
Borders.
They were doing
I thought the same thing.
It was a writing club that they were doing, and she was part of it, and she's one of the nicest people and one of the best writers I know. Trisha Wooldridge has a story in More Lore from the Mythos Volume 2. It's the first time that she and
I heard that name.
Yeah, she's amazing. She's one of the New England horror writers. She's one of the nicest people you will ever meet, and she's one of the best writers that I have ever read. So, More Lore from the Mythos Volume 2 comes out on the 17th, and VHS Nightmares is the 31st. So, I've got a lot of stuff coming out this month. It's weird. Like, I haven't put a book out or even like a short story or anything. Other than More Lore from the Mythos last year, it had been about 10 years since anything came out. Now in 3 months, three different.
Yeah, one thing about quarantine life is you get a lot of creative work done. I've been doing all sorts of, like picking up, like I'm digitizing all my mini DV tapes because I don't even remember what's on them. I've been using digital for years now. And I'm discovering like some really cool stuff. I'm like,
yeah. Well, it's funny, the scavenger story, like I completely forgot because I've been, so busy with work and with, Exorcist. I completely forgot about the deadline for More Lore 2. And I'm like, oh shit. I'm like, I got to write something. And so I was going through some old files and I was like, oh, this story, I can turn this into a Lovecraft story. And I was reading it and I'm like, good gravy, this is shit. This is so bad. Why did I ever think this was a good... And I was telling my wife, and I told Ashes about that, and she goes, that just means you're getting better as a writer and a creator.
Yeah.
So I'm like, man, this is awful. Like, what? This is so bad.
Well, I think it's also part of, like, I mean, looking at my work now, and I've been doing it 40 years, I'm kind of like, oh, I have a style even then, and so some of the style is based on very like punk fan art. It's funky. I like the way that aesthetic. So looking at it through those eyes, I can see like all the way back that all my work always had that. But I was trying to be David Lynch or David Cronenberg or Herzog, and like I'm never going to be those guys. I'm just going to be me as a filmmaker, and that's what I do, and I do it well. And so it was kind of inspiring to see, like, hey, I actually have a style.
Yeah,
It should have taken so long to discover, but
yeah, same here.
There's always going to be like those creators who inform and kind of shape your creativity, because there's going to be people like, oh, I really like this, and this is kind of what what I like to watch or read. So you're going to put a little bit of that into your own work, but because you're telling these stories and you're whether you're making a film or you're writing something, when you're telling your story, you're telling it with your voice. So, and no one has your voice. You are the only one that's going to be able to tell your story the way you want it done. Yeah. So I think no matter what your influences are, there's going to be that, because I mean, my stuff is influenced. Like if you start reading it, you'll find like Simpsons references in like a horror story. There's one short story about a 2-sentence story called "Lock Me Up," and it's a guy who's like, "Oh, I went to the police station last night and told them I was a werewolf. They shot me 20 times. Now I'm back again today, and they still don't believe me." And it's the thing that kind of inspired that story is the scene in the Monster Squad when the Wolfman goes to the police station and he's like, "I'm telling you, I'm a werewolf. Lock me up!" Like, and he's fighting everybody, and they shoot him, and it doesn't matter. He ends up killing the guy in the ambulance. Like,
but even in Abbott and Costello Meet Frankenstein, like Lon Chaney Jr. is like calling up the police, help send me, I think he's calling Abbott and Costello and saying, help me, I'm a wolf, and you don't understand. They're like, yeah, but the other guy on Saturday night,
Yeah, the classic, no matter what you hear from this room, do not let me out. I mean, they did that, and then you see it again in Young Frankenstein, which was, I don't want to say one of the first horror movies I ever saw, but I remember watching it with my dad when I was a kid, and
yep, me too.
which of course brings me to the Simpsons reference with Mel Brooks when Homer was the limo driver and he was driving Mel Brooks around. He goes, "Oh yeah, that movie Young Frankenstein scared the hell out of me." Mel Brooks was like, really not what I was going for.
Well, Godard says, you can, still, you can take anything. But it's where you take it. It's not,
Yeah, if you're gonna do
not like a little derivative. It's making something new out of something that influenced you.
right, and I mean, I think one of the biggest, like, I don't want to say culprits, but the biggest examples you'll see of those types of things are like the Asylum films, the mockbusters that come out, where it's like, Alien versus Hunter. No, it's Alien versus Hunter. So it's, like we're legally distinct.
Well, there's fan media, transmedia, which I do, and then there's corporate transmedia. So like Holmes is basically Sherlock fanfic. They get money to do it.
Like the new one, was it Enola Holmes with Millie Bobby Brown? It also
and Henry Cavill.
Yeah. It also helps if the subject matter is public domain, so like the Sherlock Holmes and the Servants of Hell, where he takes on the Cenobites, which is interesting.
What?
You've never heard of that?
No.
It's called Sherlock Holmes and the Servants of Hell, where he's essentially taking on the Cenobites from Hellraiser.
There's a book of stories where all supernatural things with Sherlock Holmes, an anthology. That's really
cool.
Yeah, I love fanfic. Even paid for and paid for whatever.
I wrote some fanfic. I wrote a Buffy Evil Dead crossover, and it's still on fanfiction.com. It's under Misty Pendragon. And there's a Forever Night story, if anybody remembers Forever Night.
Oh, yeah, I love that show. That was the Angel Before Angel.
Yep. Yeah, there's a Forever Night story where I took an original character of mine and then, placed it in the world.
Yeah, I enjoy that type of thing. Like they had the Freddy versus Jason versus Ash.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, they did the comic book of it.
Yeah. Did that ever come out? I remember seeing about it, but I don't think I've ever saw it.
They did the comic book. I have it somewhere, either in my storage shed or someplace in my house.
Yeah, I understand.
They did a Reanimator one too, with Ash versus the Reanimator. I know I have that here someplace in a crate someplace in my house because I remember rereading it. Because I have a thing for the young Jeffrey Combs.
Oh, I love
That's fair.
Oh my god.
He was so hot when he was younger.
He was so hot. He's still hot. I love his voice.
I just missed him. Like, he was doing Edgar Allan Poe in Somerville, Mass.
No, he canceled.
No, he did it.
Oh.
And he was at my comic book store, and I missed him by like 15 minutes. I was like, ah!
Yeah, they were doing it, and I was going to see it. They canceled it for some reason. I even tried to support. They were trying to make a film of it. They had an Indiegogo or something, but even though
he did it on Masters of Horror. He did the Black Cat.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it was really good. I watched it again recently.
Yeah,
because they have it. They have it on Tubi.
Yeah, Joe Lansdale's the first episode in Masters of Horror. He did
really?
Incident on and Off Mountain Road with Don Coscarelli directing, and of course, Joe Lansdale and Coscarelli directed, so they get each other.
That's cool.
Yeah, it makes sense. They're both so weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, so it looks like Chris is going to be ready in just a couple minutes, so I think we can kick this off. But what I'm going to do real quick, because we're about 35 minutes in, I'm just going to do that Deadly Grounds ad one more time, and then we're going to get into this because I'm excited to play.
Everyone thinks because you're a zombie, you don't know good coffee. Well, they're wrong. There's only one brew that gets my seal of approval. Deadly Grounds coffee is my guilty pleasure. The aroma is so intoxicating. It brings all of my neighbors out of the woodwork. Deadly Grounds coffee. Coffee to die for and zombie approved. It's good to get a little deadly. Use the front door! Oh, they're so disgusting.
All right, so really, I wanted an excuse to readjust the camera and everything.
Okay.
Which I'm sure you guys, well, people at home didn't see, so I probably shouldn't have said anything. But so, Hansi, you were on first. You joined first, so I'll let you call odd or even.
Odd.
Okay. And it is a 5, so you may choose to go first, or you may choose to go second.
I'll go second.
Okay, so Gail, you are first, and let me refresh the
Misty.
Sorry, my mistake. I have to get used to everybody's multiple.
It's okay. My partner, my podcast partner, does it all the time.
So basically, what we're going to do, because we have to make this streamlined, you're going to choose any direction you'd like to go out. But once you go out that direction, you're just going to go around the board thusly. For me, it's clockwise, but on the video, it might be backwards. So you can choose to go out towards whatever pie slice you would like, and then you're just going to go around clockwise.
Are those pie slices certain topics as well as cards?
Yeah, I'm gonna get into that.
Okay.
So once you get and here's Chris. So this is great. I don't have to. Hi, Christopher.
Hi. I'm sorry. I'm driving. Can you hear me okay?
Yep, we can hear you great, and we're gonna put your ticker up because you get a ticker too. So we are now joined by Chris McGibbon, who is a zombie scholar and multi-genre horror enthusiast.
Good for aftershave.
Yes, he shaves with a helicopter and uses ghost pepper aftershave. Chris is.
Well, I'm not a kink shamer. Whatever gets you off, okay.
Yeah, Chris is hardcore. So, Chris, you are going to be going third. So I'm going to ask you real quick before we get into the rules again, what piece you would like to be. You have the option of decapitated straitjacket torso, cleaver in brain, chopping block with foot, or cracked, shattered porcelain doll baby head.
I will do the cleaver and the brain piece.
I kind of figured you would.
Yeah,
All
the
right.
zombie hand would have been my first choice, but that's fine.
Sorry, I took it.
We're not friends right now.
So I'm also gonna play.
I'm also a zombie enthusiast.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, maybe we can be friends then.
So Chris is cleaver. I'm just making sure I write this down so I remember who is who. And Hansi, I'm going to take the Throwdown Thursday logo off of your face.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that you're covering her pretty face.
I did that last time, and the guy that I was doing that for, I was like, "Oh, I didn't mean to cover your face." He's like, "Yeah, it's all right. I was hitting a joint from behind the logo."
Nice. I thought that was like, because I'm on my phone, I thought that was like Facebook Messenger. I kept trying to move it. Like, who's over this person? I can't see them, but now I got it.
Yeah, with this particular setup, because you can rearrange people, like, we could do this arrangement, but with this particular one where it's easier so everyone can see the board and just have you on the side, yeah, it's gonna cover whoever's up on the top there. So the rules are
I'm honored to be covered by your sticker.
like Mike Wazowski. Oh my God, I'm on a podcast. So
I think my cat's crying at the door.
all right, well, if you can let her in, well, I'm just gonna let everyone know what the rules are. So, because we have this streamlined, how it's going to work is you are going to exit when you roll the dice, or the die, or I do actually. I'll be rolling the die and asking all the questions because the board is in front of me. Once you hit the main outer ring, every time you get a question correct, you will get a pie slice for that particular category. You cannot get duplicate pie slices. If you have 5 of the 6 categories, you have to keep going until you get the last one. So once you get all 6 categories, which are green for paranormal, yellow for monster, orange for gore and disturbing, pink for psychological, blue for comedy, and purple for slasher. And I will tell you which thing you're going to be landing on each time. You will, once you get all of those, you then must make it back into the middle on an exact roll. So say you roll a 4 and you're just outside. Once you roll a 1, you will then be allowed entry.
Or you'll just keep rolling and rolling and lose.
But what happens is, say your first turn, you just absolutely dominate and you have all the pie slices, and you could be waiting 5 or 6 turns before you get in the middle, give everybody else a chance to kind of catch up. Once you get into the middle, I will roll the die, and based on whatever number comes up, that is the category for which you will have to answer a question. And each side of the die represents one of the categories. So a 1 would be paranormal, 2 would be monster, and so on and so on. Once you answer that question, you are the winner and will be invited back for the championship. So last week we did this in just the worst way ever. And so what I will allow you to do is when you go, so it's going to go Misty first, then Hansi, then Chris, then myself. Although if it starts to get long, I will jump out because it's more about you guys than me. You get to choose which direction you'd like to go in first. So whatever, one of these, whatever the category is, that's where you're going to start out. So that's all that is. So Gail, are you ready? Sorry, Misty. Are you ready?
Yeah.
All right. So your first roll is a 3, and towards which category would you like to go? So you have paranormal, monster, gore disturbing, psychological, comedy, or slasher.
Slasher.
So slasher. So I'm going to put you on the slasher one. 1, 2, 3. And your question is, who played the mute sister of a TV reporter in her film debut? That movie was Eyes of a Stranger, 1981. So in 1981, it was the film debut of what actor who played the mute sister of a TV reporter? These are not easy questions, by the way.
No, they're tough.
I don't know.
All right. If you want to take a guess, because sometimes if you just guess randomly, you get it right. That happened a couple times last week. Just pick somebody who might have made their debut in 1981. Nothing?
Nothing.
All right, it was the answer was Jennifer Jason Leigh. Jennifer Jason Leigh.
Ah.
So Hansi, you got a 6. So what would you like your first question to be?
Comedy horror.
Comedy horror. All right, so you were going to go to blue, which is there.
Oh, I should have went for that.
What is Kyle killed by at the end of Piranha 3DD from 2012?
Oh, fuck me.
What is
School of Piranhas?
The answer was trident. He was killed by a trident.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, Chris, you also got a 6. Where would you like to go?
I'll do horror comedies as well.
Horror comedy as well. All right. So discard that card. Next card is, where do Della Morte and the young widow have sex in Cemetery Man, 1994?
On top of her husband, dearly departed husband's grave.
That is correct.
I love that movie.
Yeah, beautiful movie.
I like search for that movie like crazy.
I'm very upset that it's not out on Blu-ray here yet. I've begged several companies to please put it out, and my request
I
has gone
know.
ignored.
I know it was like so hard to find. I found it like bootleggy. I found it on YouTube actually.
Interesting. All right, so Chris, you now got a 3, so we will move you clockwise, and you land on paranormal.
Okay.
In Annabelle Creation from 2017, what is the name of the character that assembles Annabelle at the beginning of the film?
I've only seen I saw that movie when it came out, and I haven't seen it since, so I couldn't even begin to guess.
Just throw a name out there.
Giuseppe.
It was Samuel Mullins.
Oh yeah, I never would have. No, not even kind of.
I never even saw it.
So I'm gonna go 4.
First one, and that was
I'm gonna go comedy as well, because that's my strong suit here.
dang. We all bailed on it.
All right. What does O'Shea put in the creature's mouth to make it release him in Grabbers? Oh, damn it. I've seen that too, and I really liked it.
Yeah, that was a great movie.
I'm going to say, what does he put in the mouth? Like a crowbar or something. Nope. I was wrong. It was Irish liquor.
I was gonna say beer.
I should have. I remember the scene now. I remember the scene.
That was total
I was gonna say beer, but
It was poteen, an Irish liquor. All right. 4 for Misty. 1, 2, 3, 4. So you are on paranormal. And so basically what I'm doing is, as soon as we get a duplicate category on a card, discard. So even if we don't ask all the questions on that first card, that's fine. Going to the next one. There's hundreds of cards.
Oh yeah.
All right. In The Exorcist, 1973, the demon Pazuzu does not possess which character? Chris McNeil, Reagan McNeil, or Father Damien Karras?
Father Damien Karras.
I'm afraid.
I know this one.
Everybody knows this one. Hansi?
Yeah, Chris.
It was Chris McNeil, the mom.
Yeah.
Oh,
We actually had,
Everybody except apparently you, but now you know.
yes.
okay.
Well, last week we had a question, and the question was when Jack Nicholson bursts into the bathroom and says, "Here's Johnny." What was the late night show host who used that? And the guy didn't know it.
Well, I mean, some of them are very age specific. I saw some of the questions were all about like shows like The Vampire Diaries and Origins and stuff, and I never watched those, So, but there's the older stuff that of films I've known for years that a little easier for me. So it's probably pretty fair because there's.
I haven't seen The Exorcist since like 1990 something.
I remember every fucking thing about it.
Yeah.
I played this game last week with some friends, and there are some. But there was a question about a 1916 Japanese horror movie. It was like, what?
Yeah, we had one last week. It was like, oh, what was the name of the book released in 1864 about? It's like, what?
I don't remember that that he was possessed.
Yeah, at the very, very end, if you must take his soul, take mine, and then like the demon went into him and he leapt out the window.
The stairs.
Yeah.
I actually shot at those stairs.
Okay.
All right, Hansi, you got a 4, which brings you to psychological.
Okay.
What do the Islanders lure to their home every 4 generations in the novel Diary, 2003?
Fuck, I never even heard of it.
I don't read.
Who wrote it?
It doesn't say.
No, I don't know. Children.
Artists.
Yeah.
Close enough.
I moved the wrong person earlier.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, so let me move back.
Red alert!
All right, so Chris, you have a 4. See, this is why Ashes is usually here to move the pieces for me.
Where's Ash?
She was working and then she was shopping, so she might show up at some point.
Okay.
I
went shopping today.
So, Chris, you also landed on psychological, so new card time. Who played the psychopathic Henry in The Good Son, 1993?
Macaulay Culkin.
Yes.
I'm like, I actually knew that one.
It was him and Elijah Wood, if I remember correctly.
I think so too.
So, Chris, you have 2 pieces so far, and a 1, which gives you a roll again, and then a 3. Oh, I don't know, Chris. This might be tough. Gore and disturbing. I don't know if this is.
This is not my category. I mean, I have no idea.
I mean, if there was sunshine and puppies.
I'd be
I
good.
love gore and disturbing.
Oh my God! The sound is not great. I thought you said I love porn and disturbing. I was like, wow.
Even
The
though
only
I have
section
like,
of Craigslist.
Hey, no.
even though I have like unicorns and dragons on my bed, but that's okay.
The question for what the hell are you? Gore and disturbing. Who does James Costa behead in the elevator in 2004's Taking Lives?
Who do what to now?
Who does James Costa behead in the elevator in 2004's Taking Lives?
Like the actor or the character's name?
The character.
Oh, I've never fucking seen the movie. Jim.
His mother.
Oh, fuck.
Cool.
Right.
I mean, still might have been Jim. I mean, I don't know.
Her name could have been Jim. I mean, like, you know.
I got roll again. And then I got comedy. Nope, I got that one last week. That one wouldn't be fair. Let's see. Who directed the Grindhouse fake trailer for Werewolf Women of the SS? Well, that would be Robert Zombie. Especially when he's got
that
song of the same title.
Does he prefer Rob or Robert?
I've
never heard him call himself Robert.
Well, next time I see him, I will ask him.
These are questions I need answers to.
So 6, I will roll again. 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. I will roll again. 1, comedy. So new card.
So wait, if you get the question right, you get another question.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you keep going until you get it wrong.
Okay.
So I'm going to put those there. Which Jaws 1975 star had a role in Piranha 3D from 2010? I haven't seen that, but I'm going to take a wild guess, and I'm going to say Richard Dreyfuss. I was right.
You'd be correct.
You know your Jaws.
Yes, but I'd never seen, like, it could have been, I didn't think it was Robert Shaw.
Well, didn't he die? So he wouldn't have done anything in 2010.
Yeah, so I was able to
parse that one out.
There was a process of elimination that happened, and Patsy really did a great job of doing that. So
yes.
Good job.
So I already had blue, so I'm moving up to yellow. What creatures does the Grimm police detective Nick Burkhart battle in the Grimm TV series? I'm gonna say I have no idea.
I know this one.
I am gonna say if it's Grimm, I'm gonna guess Grimm fairy tales. So I'm gonna say trolls. Nope, I have no idea what that even is.
What is the word?
What was that?
What's the answer?
Wesen. Wesen.
Wesen, yeah.
Well, it's the Fae, essentially.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'd never seen the show, so I had no idea.
It's a great show, actually.
Yeah, that was good.
All right, so that goes to Misty, who let's make sure.
And I'm holding the king.
All hell, baby.
And you get roll again. Then a 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So comedy. So new card.
Yay! Comedy.
Who directed the Grindhouse fake trailer for Thanksgiving?
Oh God, I don't know that one.
I remember that Michael Biehn was in it.
Oh yeah, I do remember that.
I don't remember who directed it. I mean, I would take a random guess.
Yeah.
Let's see. Wasn't Rob Zombie?
No.
It wasn't Robert Rodriguez.
No, if you're so sure of who it ain't, why don't you tell us who it am?
I don't know. I'm gonna say Quentin Tarantino, but I know I'm wrong.
Oh, Eli Roth.
That's what I thought.
Oh, it's Eli Roth. Okay.
Yeah, 'cause
Damn.
I was thinking who's friends with Tarantino and Rodriguez.
Yeah, I was gonna say try to think of somebody that's like right there with Tarantino, but I mean Rob Zombie isn't. You know what I mean? Like,
I could
Yeah.
see him being involved in the Grindhouse.
yeah,
You know, that's I kind of love that. I mean, who does?
Yeah, because I went to see a free preview of that like before it even came out in the theater.
It's so good like that. And I loved it, all the commercials. And
oh, I loved it. I saw the double feature, the back to back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. I was sitting in the front row with my husband, and my husband doesn't really like horror movies. Well, soon to be ex-husband, but we were we were in like the front row, like like that.
yeah, and there's all the 70s.
Yeah. Yeah.
I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
All right.
But he likes Rose McGowan, so he was like happy,
Sherry.
All right.
Yeah.
So,
Well, she was in both of them, so
yeah, she was the first victim in Stuntman Mike's car.
Oh, she's
Yeah.
married to Rodriguez.
So Hansi, you have a 4.
Okay.
1, 2, 3. That puts you with Chris over on Gord's Disturbing.
Okay.
What is the name of the fast food restaurant Sarah works at in 2014 Starry Eyes?
oh, I've seen this movie twice, and I love this movie so much, and I can't remember.
Well,
I remember her stupid outfit. It's like a Hooters kind of thing, but
Yeah.
like she had,
I'm
like,
sorry, Ash. I'm like throwing Ash around. I'm sorry.
And she was a something girl. The guy was a dick.
Yeah. What a great freaking movie.
Yeah, I don't remember the name of the burger joint.
It was Hot Tatas. Tatas. I don't know.
Oh yeah, that's right.
I haven't seen it, so I couldn't have guessed for you.
You should really see it. It's a great body horror movie.
I think it's on my list. I just haven't watched it yet. Like it's in my queue of movies.
Yeah. We
With
have
900.
like unmanageable.
I think they're taking it off Shudder soon too. So
All right, so Chris, you got a 3. 1, 2, 3. That brings you to comedy, which you already have, but nonetheless, you still need to answer the question. What is the name of the you should get this one. What is the name of the in-universe film series based on the events of the Scream series?
Stab.
Yes. So 2.
see the questions. I know I don't get that.
That's usually the way it works.
You really should have like people who like write about horror films here, because they're the ones who would have all the. Because I just pay attention to the stuff I'm interested in. I don't look at like.
I do write about horror films.
Never mind.
Here's Chris is now on Paranormal, and there's a question here, and even if he's never seen the movie, it's a 50-50 question.
Right. Okay.
At the end of 2013's Mama, with whom does Lily elect to stay? Annabelle or the titular Mama?
I think it's her mom. I think it's Mama.
That is correct for a green slice. So, like, even if you hadn't seen it, like, I would have guessed Mama as well, based on the fact that that's the name of the movie.
Yeah,
So,
and I actually haven't seen it, so now I guess I don't need to.
yeah, now you already know how it ends. So you landed on roll again and rolled a 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That will bring you to psychological, which you have already, but again, still have to answer. What word does protagonist Michelle find scratched into a second hatch when repairing a ventilator in 10 Cloverfield Lane?
Oh. I honestly have no idea. I saw the movie, but I only saw it the one time. I liked it, but it was one of those like I don't want to see this again type of deal. I don't need to see it again. What does she find scratched in a hatchet or the vent? I'm sorry.
Hatch.
In a duct in a horror film.
What word does protagonist Michelle find scratched into a second hatch when repairing a ventilator?
Oh yeah, I remember that movie now.
Hyde, truth. I don't know.
Help.
Yeah. Oh shit! I was close.
What was it?
Help.
That's what I was thinking.
All right, so my turn. I have a 2. What was the name of the clipper ship destroyed in the 1880s in The Fog? Fuck. I've only seen the movie once, and I saw it at your outdoor movie night there, Chris.
That was like 4 years ago, man.
I know.
You're never gonna remember this.
I'm gonna say USS Foggy Ship. Yeah.
It's something Dane. That's all I remember. It's something
Elizabeth Dane.
Yeah.
All right, Misty, your turn. You're the zombie hand. So 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Roll again. 2. Slasher.
Okay.
See, and here's another one. If you haven't seen it, it's okay. The Night of the Hunter, 1955, was filmed in black and white or color.
Black and white.
Yes.
Yay, going right.
Love, hate.
Purple pie slice. For Slasher. All right, and you get to go again. 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That brings you to psychological.
Wait, I thought if you get one right, you get to do another question.
Yeah. I rolled psychological, so you are going to answer the psychological question now.
Oh, okay.
We're using psychology on you.
Yes.
Uh-oh.
What is the nickname Martin Matthias is given by the disc jockey in 1978's Martin?
Jesus Christ. These are so obscure.
I don't know. Rat Boy?
The Count.
Oh, the Count.
The Count. All right, so Hansi, your turn. You got a 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You are also on psychological, so new card. What is the wooden object Tate Kuda uses to finally stop Martin Matthias at the conclusion of the film Martin, 1978?
These cards need to be shuffled.
They were shuffled.
Damn.
I guess I should have seen Martin.
Stake. Wooden stake. Oh.
That is correct. A wooden stake.
Cool.
So you get your psychological pie.
Okay, cool.
And you get to go again. 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Slasher. The Burning, 1981, is the film debut of what Academy Award-winning actress? Not what I would have guessed. I'll read it again. The Burning, 1981, is the film debut of what Academy Award-winning actress?
I'm just going to go with B. Wallace as a guess.
Chris, do you know this one?
If you said actor, I would have, but not actress, no.
Holly Hunter.
Oh, right. Of course. Damn it.
Chris, you have a 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, which brings you to roll again. And a 2, which brings you to Monster. We haven't had many of these.
Fun.
Ooh, monster.
Monsters, yay!
To what country is protagonist Rob preparing to relocate at the start of Cloverfield, 2008?
Oh, wow. It's been a long time.
I know this one.
Right?
I love that movie. I know this one.
Well, of course you do. See, like Cloverfield Lane, I saw it once. I was like, that was great, but I'm good.
Same here.
Just pick a country that you know.
I'm thinking about it. Wait, give me a second. I'm gonna say he was relocating to France.
The answer we were looking for was Japan.
Shit. My other guess was gonna be India, so another one would have been right. Oh, wait, you know what's a fucking giant monster movie? Of course, it was Japan.
Well, it's in Canada.
Yeah, I mean they have Wendigos and
They have
Yeah,
great
there's
horror
that in-
in Canada.
Well, I'm saying that was probably a filmmaker's nod to like that type of movie, you know, like, oh, one of the characters is going to Japan and the monster's in America.
I do and all that. Yeah, that makes sense.
all right. So I have psychological. What 80s horror film did director Fede Alvarez remake prior to making Don't Breathe 2016? Oh, I
Of
should.
course. I know this one.
Yeah, me too.
Patrick, if you get this wrong, I don't think we can be friends anymore.
Yeah.
I should know.
Yeah,
Oh my god.
Wait, I thought he was pretending to struggle. Are you really struggling?
Yeah, I'm trying to think. I can't think of who it is. 80s horror film that he remade prior to making 2016. Oh my god.
I'm trying to send it in your brain.
Okay, so when he doesn't answer it, can we all yell it on the count of 3?
Please do, because I feel awful not knowing this.
Okay.
Well, try. Well, answer it. See what you guess.
I know I'm going to take a random guess. Because the only thing that's coming in my head is not. I don't think it's the right answer because it's a 70s horror film. Because I was thinking Suspiria first, and I know that's not it.
No.
Before 20, so it obviously had to come out before 2016. I know I should know this. I'm just tell me.
All right, guys, ready?
Yep.
3, 2, 1. Evil Dead.
Evil Dead!
And I just
I was
watched.
just waving around Ash a couple minutes ago.
I just rewatched it a few weeks ago. How did I not remember that? Unbelievable. All right, Misty, your turn. With a 6. Gives you a roll again. And a 1 gets you to comedy. In The Host, the South Korean movie from 2006,
Which I have not seen.
the titular creature nabs which Park family member? And I'm probably going to mispronounce these because I am bad at Korean. Hyun So, Nam Ju, or Nam Il?
Nam-yu. I don't know.
Nam Ju is incorrect. It is Hyun So was the first person, and I apologize to anyone of Korean descent for my pronunciation of those names. Hansi, you have a 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and that brings you to comedy, which means new card. What is the name of the serial killer that may be in detention with Clapton and Riley in 2011? Detention.
In 2011's what?
Detention.
Oh, that's a great movie.
So what is the name of the serial killer that may be in detention with Clapton and Riley in 2011's Detention?
Of course, I don't know the answer.
Yeah, I don't know. Don't know.
What the fuck number is it? Anton.
Oh, sure, yeah. Tip of my tongue.
Yeah. So a 3 for Chris. 1, 2, 3. That brings you to. That's not the one you already have, which is psychological. What does Borgman use when he meets Richard and Marina in Borgman from 2013?
What does he use?
Yes, what does he use? What alias does Borgman use when he meets... Oh, you know what? I read the wrong thing. That was Anton. The other thing was... Hansa, your answer was Cinderella. So,
Oh.
card. How does... let's see. What the hell you... All right. What does... Let me pick this up. My eyes aren't what they used to be. What does Mariano force the siblings Fauna and Lucio to do in order to take shelter with him in We Are the Flesh, 2016?
Fuck.
That is correct.
I've never even seen the movie. I'm just like, what's the most fucked up thing I can think of that someone can make two siblings do? Oh, have sex. Okay.
Yeah. So that's the one you already had. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Gore disturbing.
Oh, well, hopefully it's not a movie about a question about another thriller that, I wouldn't classify as gore disturbing.
Nope. Where
Lives
does
bullshit.
Charlie Manx leave children in the novel Notes for Atu, 2013?
Where does who do what now?
Where does Charlie Manx leave children in the novel Notes for Atu, the Joe Hill book that was made? So where does Charlie Manx leave children in that novel?
I know this.
Settle down, get
Yeah.
Missy.
I'm gonna guess because I've never read the book. He leaves them in a basement.
Nope. He leaves them in Christmas Land.
Christmas Land.
Yeah.
What the fuck? Oh, it's a very specific place.
Yeah.
The series is good too. It's on Shutter.
I love the book, but it wasn't
So you
crazy.
guys, you saw me just take this off the top and put it down, and there's no impropriety going here for my question. Question is: the screenplay for Creepshow 1982 was written by what novelist? And I'm going to go out on a limb and say Stephen King. So
Wrong. It was Clive Barker.
So hooray! I get my second pie slice.
So you just had his son and then his dad.
Yeah, two back-to-back questions. 2, Monster. Which of the outer gods is said to have impregnated Lavinia Watley in the Dunwich Horror? I'm going to guess Yog Shoggoth. I have no idea.
It's a very specific
Is it?
guess.
It is. Well, that's the only outer god. I knew Cthulhu, the Yellow King or the King in Yellow, and a couple other ones, but I couldn't attempt to pronounce most of their names.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's a yellow. Oh, very exciting. 2, roll again. 1, psychological. Who directed Don't Look Now, 1973? The only one I was thinking of Don't Look Down, which is a totally different movie.
1973?
Yeah, 1973's Don't Look Now. I have no clue. I don't know. Nicholas Roeg, Roeg.
Yeah, Nicholas Roeg.
All right.
Is that the one with Donald Sutherland?
I think.
Yeah. Yeah, that is with the red coat.
Yes. Yeah. That was the question last week. What color was the raincoat?
It's either yellow or red. So we can never.
And they guessed yellow. All right, so that brings us to Misty, who gets a 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and that gives you psychological.
Bleh.
Protagonist Rocky is one of how many thieves in 2016's Don't Breathe?
Wait. Say the question again. I'm sorry.
Protagonist Rocky is one of how many thieves in 2016's Don't Breathe, which I really love.
I love that movie.
I did see that movie. I don't remember how many thieves they were, but I'll guess 5.
The answer was 3.
Ugh.
I watched it on a plane, and the woman next to me looked up during the turkey baster scene, and then spent the entire time like Purelling everything between us.
I'm like,
I
you
think
really
I'm
like the movie, right?
It's like they had it on a plane. It was so good.
I think
I'm the only person who wouldn't have minded if he actually wanted to, He was hot in that movie.
Stephen Lang is a fine looking gentleman. I wish he had.
Really is.
I will say, I think we saw that with you at the drive-in a few years ago.
Me? Yeah. It was with Blair Witch, right?
Yes. All right. So
Even in the Woods, that movie didn't do it for me.
So Hansi, that's your turn, right? Yes. 1, 2, 3, and that is for paranormal. From where is the adult Tim released in the beginning of 2014's Oculus?
I have no idea.
From where is he released at the beginning of Oculus? I feel like
there-
with that type of question, there's only a couple of answers.
I mean,
Oh, I actually know this.
wasn't there something with the mirror in that movie?
Yeah. But with this, from where was he released at the beginning of the movie?
Maybe mental asylum.
Yes, mental institution is correct. I feel with that kind of question, it's either jail or an asylum. It's one of the two.
It's pretty much got to be.
All right.
I
so
feel like you could blanket answer that question with incarceration too, because that could mean being in a mental institution or a prison.
Well, it says specifically mental institution, so you have to.
Oh, yeah, okay.
All right, so that gives you a 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which is the roll again, which gives you a 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Paranormal yet again.
My least favorite genre.
Which demon is summoned by the group in 2018's Soul to Keep? Which demon is summoned by the group in 2018's Soul to Keep?
Azazel.
Beelzebub.
Um,
Chris, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Paranormal, which is one that you do have already.
I don't remember getting that one.
I forget what the question. Oh, it was the mama question.
Oh, okay. Now I remember.
What type of car was the murderous Christine?
A Plymouth Fury. I
Yes.
believe a 1958 Plymouth Fury, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep. I wasn't going to press you for the year. As long as you got the Plymouth Fury, that's what I'm concerned with. And that leads you to psychological, which you also have. What beloved item does a djinn steal from Dorsa in Under the Shadow from Iran in 2016? So I hope you're brushed up on your Iranian horror films.
Yeah, not at all. A jewel of some kind, I would guess. Yeah.
A doll.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It's
That's
either
as good a guess as anything.
or Jewel, you know.
I'm telling you, I'm gonna get that fucking question about the 1920s Japanese movie that like my friend got the other night, and we all just went cross-eyed.
Well, I don't know this one. What was the name of the deformed killer in the Funhouse, 1981? I'm going to say Mittens. I have no clue.
I remember the movie. It was a
Yeah,
good movie, but I don't remember his name.
Gunther.
Arthur?
Gunther.
Oh,
Oh yeah, that's right.
Gail.
super, right?
And Misty. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Roll again. And Misty. Another 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Paranormal, which you do not. We just got that one, so let's move to the next. In The Wailing, South Korean from 2016, what family member of the protagonist becomes infected by the supernatural affliction? So we were looking for the relationship, not a name.
I think it was the father. I never saw the movie, but
It was his daughter.
oh, okay.
Yeah, I haven't seen it either, so it's just one of those guesses. Hansi 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Roll again. Everybody loves to roll again, it seems. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Make it look so manly.
And you got the psychological.
Okay.
This is a weird. All right. 2017's Gerald's Game was released on what streaming service?
Oh, I know this one.
What was it?
Hulu?
Netflix.
No. Fuck it.
It was one of those two, So Chris, you have, where the hell are you? 2. Gore and Disturbing, which you do not have. What was the budget of 2015's Green Room?
I love that film.
Oh, so
Yeah.
good.
Oh my god! It was
You have options.
Oh, okay.
5, 10, or $20 million. 5, 10, or 20.
I'm gonna be right back.
Yep.
I'm trying to think of like what
I shouldn't say that.
salary would be, because like I feel like that's what would have made the budget higher, but everybody else in that movie was doing stuff for like little to no money. So I mean, like his salary could have been like $1 million budget. I'm gonna guess it's 10.
I know you were going to say 5, and 5 is the correct answer.
I wanted to say 5, but I felt like 5 was too low.
Yeah, that's amazing. It's a great film.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it's a fantastic movie, but I just keep thinking, like, I know, like, an actor like him, like, in most movies, that's, he
Sure. And even Anton Yelchin, I mean, he had to get a decent salary, so.
And probably in Poots, too. Like, they probably took half of it.
Well, I know Anton did a lot of movies because he really wanted to do them. Because he also did like Odd Thomas and Burying the X. Those were like lower budget movies because he really liked the scripts.
Yeah.
And he did them for what little money he could. But they were both actually in the Fright Night remake together, which I thought was cool.
Oh yeah.
I liked her in I Kill Giants as well.
Yeah, she's a good actress. She was in she was in Black Christmas recently. That was awful.
So it's my turn now, and I have comedy, which I already got. In Raw, what is protagonist Justine studying to become? A veterinarian. You guys have seen Raw, right?
Yes.
It was really good, but the last 30 seconds there, yep, veterinarian, really like cemented as an excellent movie. 2 again, comedy. Whose foreskin does Dr. Marshall believe impregnated Victor's mother in 2001's Choke? What?
The fuck?
Whose foreskin does Dr. Marshall believe impregnated Victor's mother in Choke? I'm gonna say, could it be Satan? The answer is Jesus. Close. I just have the opposite side. Misty, your turn. You got a 1.
Okay.
I got a 2. Gore Disturbing.
Yay, Gore!
You should know this one. Everybody should know this one.
Okay.
In 2004's Saw, what foot is Dr. Lawrence Gordon forced to cut off in order to survive?
Oh god. I've only actually seen Saw like once. I don't
trying
like torture porn.
I'm trying to picture like what side he was on.
Esau?
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Well, it's 50-50. I mean, just throw one of them out there.
He could have 3 feet, Patrick. Like, we don't know his struggle.
I'm gonna say the right foot.
I believe that is correct. Let's take a look. Yes, and you get your gore disturbing piece.
That's such a weird question. I mean, they're so strangely oriented.
Mm-hmm. So 4.
You know,
1, 2, 3, 4. That is a monster question.
Yay, monsters.
In 2002 Sign, what kind of headgear does the son of protagonist Graham Hess believe protects against alien waves?
Foil.
Yes.
Aluminum foil.
Tin hat.
Tinfoil hats.
I'm gonna pull a Patrick right here. You ready? You would say that they wanted to foil the aliens' plan.
Yes.
Yes, puns.
Only way to do it. So, as a quick update, Hansi, you have 2, and the rest of us have 3.
Okay.
Oh, I got 3 already.
Yep. So 4 for Gail. Misty, 1, 2, 3, 4.
It's okay, whatever.
Gore disturbing again. So new card.
I like gore.
How does Constance kill the deformed twin attacking her in 1981's Just Before Dawn?
Wait. Say it again. I'm sorry. I got distracted by a black cat.
How does Constance kill the deformed twin attacking her in 1981's Just Before Dawn?
I have no idea.
Take a guess.
With a knife.
Her fists.
Her fist.
Wow, badass.
I always tell people to just take a random guess because last week we had one where it was like, where did the person hide the knife in, whatever movie? And it was like in a dildo. I'm like,
With a black cat. I
5 for Hansi. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Roll again. 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And this is one that you already have. Psychological. What magazine serialized H.P. Lovecraft's At the Mountains of Madness, 1936?
What magazine, Ben, or
what magazine originally serialized H.P. Lovecraft's Mountains of Madness?
Oh, where'd you go on the floor?
I got this one last week, or when Ash and I first played it, and I was close.
I'm trying to think who was publishing then,
I don't know if
It
Was it like a newspaper of the time? A newspaper, yeah.
It wasn't a newspaper.
Oh wait, I do know. It was Arkham. The guy who was another writer that helped H.P. Lovecraft get successful, and he was a publisher. What the fuck is his name? Arthur something. Yeah, I don't remember, but that's as close as I can get.
Astounding Stories.
Yeah. Okay.
I had guessed Strange Tales, but that was like a Marvel Comics thing.
Yeah. But there was a writer who published him. I can't remember his name, so that's going to drive me crazy.
Chris, you go to 2, and you go to Gore Disturbing. So
Look who's here!
Hello, kitty.
Oh, that's Willow.
It's Willow.
Is there a Tara?
Huh? No,
Just Willow.
just Willow. I had an Ash, but hubby took them.
All right, Chris. What is the name of the butcher Leon has to replace in 2008's Midnight Meat Train?
Oh, I love that movie.
Yeah.
What is the name of the butcher that he has to replace?
Yes, I would know.
No, I have no fucking idea.
Take a guess.
Like a specific name, or is it like?
Yeah, it's a specific name. Like it's a like Chris or Greg. Or
okay. Well, I don't know if it was because
I remember who plays him.
Yeah, I remember playing him too. It was the guy who played the Juggernaut and
Vinnie Jones.
Vinnie Jones.
Yeah, Vinnie Jones.
I just remember his name. What was the guy's name?
It's not a common name. It's.
Oh, fine. Jupiter.
Mahogany.
What?
Okay, well, good guess. Out there in the random.
I was going to go with Danny until you said it wasn't common, and I was like, oh, okay.
So I got paranormal. What is the name of the mansion in the Legend of Hill House? I'm sorry, Legend of Hell House. I don't know. Candyland.
Nope.
Alaska.
Oh, I thought it was Bly House.
Well, that's a really good movie.
That goes to Misty for a 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 comedy. What is the name of the giant marionette in Killer Clowns from Outer Space?
There's a
It
name?
had a name? Yeah.
I remember that. I've seen this once, but I have a friend who is a huge fan, and if I don't know this, he's going to be very upset with me.
Yeah, but
I've
the
seen the
clowns don't
movie
even.
so many times, and I've never heard a name.
Yeah, the clowns don't even speak. Like, how the fuck does it have a name?
They're still credited.
Character.
They're still credited.
Willow, what's his name? She's just rubbing up against me.
Oh, that's not an answer.
Willow, come on, tell me.
Give me an answer.
Gizmo.
I believe it was Clownzilla. Jojo the Clownzilla.
Willow, why didn't you know that? Just give me the space. It's the cutest thing. Oh my goodness.
And I love that film since it came out.
Yeah, I've seen that movie like probably at least 50 times.
I mean, I guess we know who's not paying attention to the credits here. All of us.
Yeah.
I didn't know it was Jojo. I knew it was Clownzilla, but I'm gonna have to ask my friend later to see if she knows that one. So Hansi, you got paranormal. Who sacrificed herself to keep the ghostly Diana from killing her daughter in 2016's Lights Out? Who sacrificed herself to keep the ghostly Diana from killing her daughter in Lights Out?
The actress or the character name or
Character name.
I don't know if I watched it. I don't know.
I've only seen the short.
I've seen the
The movie
movie
was-
once, but
The
I don't
movie was
remember.
actually, the movie was pretty decent. I only saw it the one time too, but I was actually very surprised at how well made it was. I don't know the character's name.
Well, just throw a guess. The woman's name.
Marion.
Sophie. That was Sophie's choice to do that.
Ah,
Err.
see what they did there.
A 2 for
Not
you,
on the cord.
which you don't have. So 2 brings you to Monster, and I really hope you get this one, Chris, and you'll know why in a moment.
Okay.
What creature is known as Monster Zero in both the classic and modern Godzilla film series?
Dude, I don't watch. I haven't seen a Godzilla movie since I was 4. They never grabbed my interest. And I know
think
why
I
I
know
should
this.
know this, because we have a friend who uses that as his nickname.
Yes.
Um,
And the action figure was in the studio at Castle Wolfenstein.
please don't. When's the last time I was there? When's the last time it was there?
Well,
Oh,
it's,
wait a minute. It's the one with the 3 heads. Shit, Garrett. Oh fuck! It begins with a G.
take a stab at it, and if
It's like Garrett. I can't think of the word because it's a. I know it's G.I. Garridan, something like that. I mean, just
I'm gonna give it to you because you are very close. It is Ghidorah.
okay. I appreciate that because I'm like, I know the 3. I remember playing with that. Now that you said it, I was like, oh yeah, the 3 heads.
Yeah, I saw it today in Target.
That was the original Godzilla versus Monster Zero. All right, so 40, 1, 2, 3, 4. That brings you to paranormal, which you already have, but we know the drill. In The Conjuring, 2013, what is the name of the entity tormenting the Perron family?
Because of the B. Bazila, something like that.
That one I cannot give you. Bathsheba.
Oh, come on.
All right, I'm gonna skip my turn and go to Misty, who joins the party on on the paranormal square.
We're all on paranormal.
You guys are all in the exact same one. All right. In the
Party on the paranormal square.
In The Conjuring 2, what is the name of the demonic nun whom Lorraine battles at the climax of the film?
Now wait a minute. She gets the nun, and I get fucking Beelzebub, whatever the fuck her name was.
Bathsheba.
I don't know what her name is, so
You don't
It's
know.
just a lot easier to remember if you did know what it was. It's a much simpler name.
I've not seen any of the Conjuring films, but I know what this is.
no. I've seen them once, but Huh?
Do you want to take a guess?
Well, this is not like Jeopardy at all.
Yeah, not like you're gonna lose anything if you get it wrong.
Wait, we're not getting any money from this? Hold on a second. This is not what I signed up for.
Whoever wins, what was that?
What the fuck, Pastor? We're not getting paid for this thing.
Whoever
Right.
wins the trophy.
Willow,
That's for my union.
you going away? You're my good luck charm. I lost my good luck charm.
The answer is Valak. Valak.
Oh man, yeah, that did sound familiar.
All right. Hansi, you got a 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. For one that you do not have yet, comedy. What hybrid pet do the boys bring home from the past in House 2, the second story?
Oh man.
What was the question again? I'm sorry, you cut out.
What hybrid pet do the boys bring back from the past in House 2, the second story?
I can see that in my head, but I don't know what it's called.
We can describe it, because if you describe it, you're probably going to be able to name it.
Well, it's Hansi's turn, so...
Yeah, werewolf.
Oh, wait.
Maybe? I don't know.
Is a caterpillar dog.
Oh, sure.
And it's fucking adorable.
Yes, it was adorable.
It really was.
Chris, you get gore disturbing.
Having trouble with this one tonight.
Yeah,
we
you
were
don't
joking earlier, but you know, they got shit about taking lives and shit. Like I just, you know.
Well, this one you'll probably definitely get. Totally.
Okay. All right.
What part of Tony Chu's body does Mason Savoy bite off to get information about Tony in the Chu comic book series?
Oh, I love that comic book series.
Why would I totally get this one?
I was being sarcastic.
Yeah, I was going to say, what body part does he bite off to get answers?
Yes.
His ear.
That is correct.
There we go.
That's what I say. Throw out a. So, Chris, you need only slap to complete your pie set. So, if you roll a 1 right here, you will get the option of getting that. You got a 4.
Damn.
So that's a monster question. What is the first name of the sinister Mr. Hyde in 1886's The Strange Case of Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde?
What is his first name? I know it's Henry Jekyll. No, wait. Henry Jekyll and Harry Hyde.
Edward Hyde.
I was trying to make a joke there. You know, Harry Hyde.
So we'll skip me again so we can get the show on the road. So Misty, you got a 5. Roll again. 3. 1, 2, 3. Comedy. Did that one. What Superman Returns 2006 co-writer directed 2007 Trick or Treat?
I'm trying not to scream it out.
I know.
And I love that movie so much.
It's so good. We still have that giant Sam that Chris got for Ashes.
I got her a giant Sam?
Yeah, a while, like many years ago.
Okay. I was like, wait a minute, what the fuck?
So who directed Trick or Treat? Essentially the rest of it is kind of superfluous, because if you're doing horror, you're not really concentrating on who is a co-writer for Superman Returns. So basically, who directed Trick or Treat? You got a guess there, Misty?
Bryan Singer? I don't know.
Chris?
It's Michael Dougherty.
Michael Dougherty. Who?
Michael Dougherty. That's right.
Yeah, because he loves that fucking character in that movie. And
he directed the Godzilla film too. So that brings us to Hansi, who just rolled a 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, which brings you to psychological. What actor played the eccentric millionaire Frederick Loren in The House on Haunted Hill, 1959? Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I know this one.
I know, played him in the movie.
I'm sorry?
The House on Haunted Hill?
Yep, 1959.
Oh, Vincent Price.
Yes. Unfortunately, you already have this category pie, so we're going to move on. You got a 2, which is roll again. 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Monster, you do not have. Oh, this one is tough. What is the name of the novel upon which Village of the Damned, 1960, is based? If you even get close or you give me the writer, I will give you this.
Jesus. Yeah.
This isn't something you're going to guess unless you hit yourself in the head with a shovel.
Yeah, I don't know.
The Midwich Cuckoos, written by John Wyndham.
Oh, sure. That would have. Yeah, of course. Right in there.
Midwich Cuckoos. That's interesting.
All right, so Chris, 1, 2, 3, 4. You are on paranormal, which you have, but it's okay. What actor portrayed Professor Jonas in 2012's Sinister?
Oh fuck. Vincent D'Onofrio.
Correct.
I love him.
3. Oh, he's really good in Ratchet. If you haven't seen that yet.
Yeah,
I didn't even recognize him. Well, you never recognize him. He's like a chameleon, that man.
He's also really nice to extras. I worked on one of the Law and Orders, and he was
Oh, yeah.
really?
He was really nice to the extras, which I'm always impressed by when people are like, "Hey, how you doing?" and act like you're just a regular person and not.
That's good.
Wow. I would just be like in awe of him because he's just amazing. And I'm not usually in awe of like actors, but
He's pretty cool.
The Cell.
Orson Welles and Ed Wood.
All right.
Oh yeah, that was great.
Chris, you got Gore Disturbing. And your question is, as of 2018, The Thing, 1982, was one of how many film collaborations between Kurt Russell and John Carpenter? And I just threw the card on the floor.
Oh, geez.
Wow.
Wow, they've done so many movies together. Oh man.
Right. So.
Okay.
I know. Okay, so there's. Well, I'm gonna guess 4.
5.
Damn,
What was the 5th one?
Elvis.
Yeah.
I got.
Oh,
I forgot. Well, I thought. Oh no, Elvis was 87. I thought Elvis was like 70. Yeah, that's right. Okay.
No, this is as of 2018. How many had he been in?
Well, I thought you said from The Thing on, so I wasn't thinking anything prior to that.
Well, it says
Escape from New York.
As of 2018, The Thing was one of how many collaborations?
Yeah, I heard The Thing, and I figured it was post Thing, not pre. So that. All right, it's not. I won't push it, but that's why it threw me off. I also completely forgot about that movie, but still.
Yeah.
I would have guessed 4 because I.
Me too.
That's what I was thinking. That's what I counted.
Misty, you have Psychological, which is one that you're waiting for. In 2014's It Follows, the lead character, Jamie J. Hyde, is portrayed by what actress?
Oh,
I didn't know this one.
I don't know. I've seen that movie a bunch of times too. But she didn't really make it big or anything. So
Yet, she's got time. Her name is Micah Monroe.
okay.
Oh Lord, yeah, I never would have guessed that either.
Come back.
Hansi, you have roll again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And you land on one you don't have, and one we haven't done in a while, Slasher.
Okay.
Protagonist Erin in You're Next is of what nationality? American, British, Australian, or Austrian?
British.
She is Australian. I haven't seen that one yet.
Yeah.
No, that's a good one.
Yeah.
That's what I've heard.
It's like
I
Home
didn't
Alone
think it was
for
that
adults.
Chris, you got roll again. You got roll again. You got roll again.
Jesus Christ.
Who directed 2012's The Cabin in the Woods? That's for comedy.
Oh geez, I know that one.
What did you ask?
Who directed 2012's Cabin in the Woods? What is that noise in the background?
I don't know.
Why can't I get these questions?
No.
I don't know what the no. I mean, I know the answer to that question, but I don't know the noise. It was Josh Whedon. Fucking Josh Whedon. The fuck his name is Josh Whedon.
Joe.
Hey, don't mess with the Whedon man.
All right. 2. Roll again.
Wasn't
Damn, I'm not.
directed by Josh Whedon and Ariel Goddard?
What was that?
Wasn't it co-directed by Drew Goddard?
Oh yeah, I'm looking at it. Yeah, Drew Goddard, Joss Whedon co-wrote and produced the film. So, we got to put you
Sorry.
back.
Puppy
No,
fan.
that's okay. I should have. I also thought it was Joss Whedon. I should have. I should have looked. That's a good call by Hansi, and I will not make that mistake again. So that gives Misty a 1, and that gives you paranormal. In the Spanish film The Orphanage from 2007, the imaginary friend of Simon wears a mask made of what?
I didn't see this.
I haven't either.
There's so many masks.
Yeah, it's. What's his mask made of? Just take a guess at a something that a mask would be made of. It doesn't have a specific material, but like, what's it made from?
Bone.
It is made from a sack.
Oh.
Hansi, you got gore disturbing. In what Nebraska town did Children of the Corn 1984 take place?
For God's sake. Town. Children of the Corn happening.
Yeah, I don't recall
Like,
that.
when's the last time I saw that movie?
I read the short story, but I couldn't tell you the name of the town.
Okay, but it's in what state?
Nebraska.
It's got to be like down the boonies. I don't know where it's some kind of children town. I don't know.
Gatlin.
Oh, sure, yeah.
All right, Chris, you got a 2, which gives you a roll again, and a 2, which gives you psychological.
No.
In A Tale of Two Sisters, a South Korean movie from 2003, which character is younger, Soo Mi or Soo Yeon?
Not a fucking clue. I've never seen it. Sue me.
Unfortunately, that is incorrect. It is Soo Yeon.
Right, took a shot.
Well, I mean, it's 50-50, you know?
Yeah, I'm not big on Asian horror overall.
So this is for Misty 1, 2, 3. This is for gore disturbing.
Okay. You're back.
The director of Freaks, 1932, also directed what 1931 Universal monster film?
I didn't hear that. You broke up for me.
The director of Freaks, 1932, also directed what 1931 Universal monster film?
Gonna say Invisible Man. I don't know why.
Oh, you actually said it was your Hansi?
Todd Browning.
Yeah. Well, what did he direct in 1931?
Dracula.
Dracula.
Yeah. He did Freaks.
Yeah.
He did Dracula and then Freaks. I was gonna say that's the one you said was your introduction to horror earlier.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
All right.
Willow, why didn't you tell me that?
Hansi, 1, 2, 3, 4. Monster, which you do not have.
Stop attacking the bed, Willow. Ah!
Gail.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to ask questions.
Sorry.
In 1922's Nosferatu, what is the name of the sinister vampire of the film?
Cantor.
That is correct.
Yeah, give me the old fucking expressionist film. I went to film school.
5. All right, gore disturbing. We just asked that one. You would have known that one. The co-directors of The Void simultaneously were working on what DC comic book adaptation? So they're working on The Void, and they're working on another DC film that came out the same year, 2016.
Who's this for?
This is for you.
Oh, I'm sorry. Run that by me again.
The co-directors of The Void 2016 were simultaneously working on what DC comic adaptation?
Yeah, man.
Came out the same year.
Is The Void the show or the film?
The film with the triangles.
Really good film.
Yeah, I don't know.
It is the Academy Award-winning Suicide Squad.
Oh,
That won awards.
Yeah, one for costume design.
Oh,
It was
okay.
it was actually for makeup, and it was up against Star Trek Beyond the Darkness. That shit was rigged.
Yeah, it was. I knew it was like some sort of aesthetic award. I thought it was costumes, but yeah.
Yeah, it was because they send when they do the award ceremonies, they don't actually watch the movies for those. What the studio will do is send a picture or send a clip of like what they're trying to accept for consideration. Suicide Squad got Croc, the guy in the big crocodile suit, and Star Trek got a woman painted white with black around her eyes.
Yeah, the Star Trek. Into Darkness.
Yes, it was rigged.
And or Star Trek Beyond. I forget which one. And the actor who played him was Adewale Akinnuoye Agbaje, who was in Lost and Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
So you rolled a 3, which brings you to Slasher, which is the one thing you do not have yet.
No.
So your question is: the killer in 1980's Terror Train avoids detection by hiding what from each of his victims?
Their costumes.
Yes. So now, as you have gotten all your pie pieces, all you need to do is get to the center. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If you roll a 6, you'll get to the center, but there's 6 spaces to get there. So you got a 3, which brings you to Monster. In what 2002 zombie film does the outbreak begin when activists set lab animals free?
Okay, first of all, they're not zombies. I hate having this discussion, but since we're here 28 days later.
That is correct.
Thank you.
Like,
I totally agree with you. Everybody says it's a zombie film. Like, it is not a zombie film.
like Danny Boyle intentionally made them run and talk to prevent people from thinking that they were zombies. Like, I'm like, come on.
People, and that turned other people into them. So
it was just an infection being spread. Like, that's all it was.
But people are dumb and
Rage virus.
So
like
you just rolled a 6, so you have no move. So you need a 3 to get into the middle. So it is no longer your turn. So that goes to Misty, who also gets Slasher. So we need a new card.
Do I have a thing for that?
Yes, you do.
Oh.
What is the country of origin of the titular bird in The Bird with the Crystal Plumage from 1970? I would not have guessed that.
I'll say Japan.
The answer was Serbia.
Oh, okay.
Hansi, you got a 1, which brings you also to Slasher, so new card.
How is that a slasher movie?
What, The Bird with the Crystal Plumage? Isn't it a Dario Argento Giallo film?
Oh. Giallo? Oh, okay.
Who directed 2016's Hush? Oh. I recognize the name, but I would not have guessed it. Pretty good film, too.
I want to say a woman director, but I'm not sure.
Mike Flanagan.
Oh. Yeah, he's hit and miss for me.
6 for Chris. No good. Misty, there's your 3 that you were looking for. Monster. What actor played Sheriff Eben Olison in 2007's 30 Days of Night? Misty.
Oh. Was it Josh Brolin?
Josh Hartnett.
Josh Hartnett. That's right.
I was confused too.
It was a Josh. You're halfway there.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for Hansi. Roll again. 3, 1, 2, 3. Psychological, which you have. What segment in 1945 Dead of Night involved golf? This fucking answer.
I have no idea.
Golf.
The golfer's story segment. It's literally called the golfer's story.
Oh my goodness.
I'm looking at the answer. All right, Chris, let's see if you get a 3 or 1 or a 2 so you can move. You got a 1. Paranormal.
Woohoo.
In 13 Ghosts, what is the given translation of the Latin phrase ocularis infernum?
Mm.
I forget what they said. Yes.
Just got that movie. I haven't watched it again.
Ocularis infernum?
Yes.
Or infernum is inferno. Or hell. Eye of hell?
Yes. It says the eye of hell, exactly. So you need a 2 or a 1 and another 1. You got a 2. Now in the center.
Yay.
So now we roll the die. So if it's a 1, so starting with 1, paranormal, monster, gore disturbing, psychological, comedy, and slasher would be 6. So whatever you get, as it falls off the table. So 3. So gore disturbing.
Great. That's in my category all fucking night.
So in The Loved Ones from 2009, what 2 letters encircled by a heart does Lola Stone carve into the chest of protagonist Brent Mitchell?
LB, I think, because it's their initials.
So I'm going to read this again. In The Loved Ones, 2009, what 2 letters encircled by a heart does Lola Stone carve into the chest of protagonist Brent Mitchell?
It would be. Well, I would think it's the first letter, LB, because it's their first name. Their initials, right?
L and S, her initials.
Why the hell would she put her initials on
Have
it?
you seen the film?
I've seen it, but like that doesn't make any sense to me. Like if you're going to put, like when you put like a heart on a tree, you write the person's first letter of their name and then your name because it's the 2 of you together.
Initials.
But she's crazy.
Like she's owning them, which is kind of.
Well, whatever.
So
It's been a while.
You're still in the center. You have not won yet.
I was half right.
Which also means you were half wrong. So 2 for Misty for paranormal.
Okay. I suck at this game.
In 2001's Devil's Backbone, Spanish film, what type of undischarged weapon rests nose down in the courtyard of the orphanage?
I actually have this film because it was produced by Guillermo del Toro, but I've not watched it.
What type of undischarged weapon rests nose down in the courtyard of the orphanage?
Uncharged weapon.
Undischarged weapon.
A gun?
A bomb.
A bomb. Okay.
Hansi. What actress, this is gore disturbing, what actress appeared in the dual role of Katya Vajda and Princess Asa Vajda in Black Sunday, the Italian version from 1960?
For God's sakes. I don't know.
Barbara Steele.
Oh, I love her too. How did I not know that?
So Chris's turn, and there's a 3, which means gore disturbing.
Great.
Oof. I almost feel bad asking this question. What 1960 Italian film was an adaptation of the short story The Vij, V-I-J, by Nikolai Gogol? Oh my fucking God.
There's a lot of little stuff in here.
Well, wait a minute. No, it's what's the name of the movie?
Yes. What 1960 Italian film was an adaptation of the short story The Vij, V-I-J, by Nikolai Gogol?
I feel like there's a movie called V-I-S, Viz, something like that.
The answer is Black Sunday.
Oh,
You're obsessed with Black Sunday.
We just mentioned that.
When you the question, sometimes there's like the cards will have a question from one movie, and then like the next card will have another question, and I shuffled the hell out of these.
Yeah.
And that happens occasionally. So a 5 for Misty. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Gore disturbing. So new card.
Okay.
Chris, you're gonna get really mad.
I probably am.
So this is a gore disturbing question for Misty. In 1986's The Fly, to what giant creature does Veronica dream she gives birth?
I fucking hate you so much right now.
I don't choose the order.
A fly?
No!
Chris?
It's a maggot.
It's like a maggot fly kind of thing.
No, it's just a maggot.
Yeah, it's like a embryo maggot fly kind of thing.
No, it's just a big maggot.
Maggot, yeah.
Okay.
Hansi, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yellow for monster. In 1979's Alien, what character is revealed to be an android? Ripley, Dallas, Ash, or Kane?
Wait. Which one is? Which character is what?
Which character is revealed to be an android?
Oh.
Ripley, Dallas, Ash, or Kane?
Ash.
Ash is correct. Ian Holm. You already had monster, so we're gonna move you on. 1, 2, 3, 2. See, you keep landing on the ones you already have.
Well, stop doing that. That's not.
No, you'll get this one.
Throwing it in the card.
No, you'll get this one. What was the name of the Stephen King novel that the film Pet Cemetery is adapted from?
What?
Are you fucking kidding me? Don't even answer it. Just give her the fucking. Just roll again. She doesn't need to answer this. This is like. This is like one of the first 3 letters of the alphabet, A, B, C.
That's just not. No.
I don't make the questions. So we know you know that. So we're moving on. You got a 3.
Right. Yeah. What the fucking answer was in the question, for God's sake.
So Slasher, which you do not have yet. What is the name of the actor that played Dr. Sam Loomis in 1978's Halloween?
What?
Shit. I can see him.
Hey, now I forgot his name. I knew it.
Yeah. Oh,
He kind of looks like Patrick right now.
A little bit.
I can remember the Rob Zombie version.
What'd you say his name was?
Hansi, I didn't hear you.
Donald Pleasance.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
We kept getting the Donald part, but then whenever you said Pleasance, you cut out both times.
All right. 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, which is rolling. You are looking for blue and orange. Those are what you're looking for. 2. And you got psychological again.
Why are all the crazies attracted to me?
Who are the last couple left alive in It Comes at Night? Paul and Sarah or Will and Kim?
Wait. So who are the last something in
The last couple left alive in It Comes at Night.
I guess I don't need to watch this movie either.
Paul and Sarah or Will and Kim?
Will and Kim?
Paul and Sarah.
Yeah, well.
5, which is comedy. What is the name of the Vietnam War era project that mutated the fish in 1978's Piranha?
Who's this to?
Chris. What
I
is
have
the
no idea.
name of the
I
Vietnam War?
have no fucking clue. I
Take
can't
it.
even guess on this one. I've only seen the movie one time, and I wasn't a big fan of it. It was all right, but this wasn't one of my favorites. I don't know.
Operation Razor Teeth.
What is it?
Operation Razor Teeth.
Oh, I was gonna say like Shark Tooth or something, but whatever.
4 for Misty. 1, 2, 3, 4, which is Monster. You have it already, but that's okay. What are the fully skeletal undead known as? What are the fully skeletal undead known as in the film Warm Bodies, 2013?
Wait, who's this question for?
You.
Me?
Mhm.
Oh god, I should know this. Fully skeletal undead. Not walkers. Not deaders. Oh god. Oh, I know this.
So what is it? Take a guess. Come on, Gary.
Eaters?
What did you say?
Eaters?
Bonies.
Bonies, that's right.
I wouldn't have guessed that. Hansi, you got a 2, which is a roll again. So we need to get you a blue and an orange. That's what you're looking for. 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that lands you on comedy, which is what you need. All right. In 1992's Dead Alive,
Yes.
what is the relationship between the first zombie Vera and the protagonist Lionel?
It's his mother.
It is his mom.
Why
Yeah.
can't I get the question?
That long
I just watched-
scene is my favorite, like of any horror movie ever, where he's just like mowing him down with the lawnmower.
How he's over.
I just watched that last night.
Oh, love it.
So all you need now is orange.
Okay.
1 monster.
It's like my favorite movie ever.
Who directed 2004's Dawn of the Dead?
I'm sorry, what was that?
Who directed 2004's Dawn of the Dead?
I know that.
Yeah, I don't know that. I hated that.
I liked it.
I loved it. I saw it 15 times in the theater.
I like the originals.
I still have the ticket stubs too.
So the 2004 remake.
Yep.
Right? Yeah. I don't know.
Guys?
Zack Snyder.
Zack Snyder.
Yeah, Zack
Yeah.
Snyder.
No wonder I hated it.
All
I
right,
love Zack Snyder.
Chris, you get psychological.
Ugh.
What actor played the titular character in 1990's Jacob's Ladder?
I know
Oh,
this
Tim,
one too.
Tim Robbins.
Tim Robbins is correct.
Well,
You
They
are
actually remade that movie, but
However-
I haven't seen the remake.
however, the ladies do get a chance to tie.
Okay.
You guys will have to get into the center and answer your final question on your
Yep.
next.
okay.
So, Misty, this is to you.
Okay.
Roll again. And you get Slasher.
Okay.
Does the town that dreaded Sundown take place before or after World War II? It came out in 1976.
I believe after.
After is correct. You already have that pie slice, however. 2, roll again. 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's get you paranormal, which is one that you do need. Although 2002's Ju-On was the first in the series to be theatrically released, what number film is it in the series?
I think it's the first one.
It is the third film. The third.
Oh. Okay.
5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And Hansi, you just landed on the exact one that you need. Gore and disturbing. In 1999's Japanese film Audition, after paralyzing Aoyama, I don't know the name, Aoyama, what method involving needles does Asami use to torture him?
You know, it's the only Takeshi Miki I haven't seen.
Well, think about the question.
Right. So needles. Do I have to say where?
No. What method involving needles does she use to torture him?
Sewing?
Acupuncture.
Acupuncture.
That's what I was thinking.
So,
I get acupuncture. It's not torture.
well, if you put him in the spot, use like a sling needle.
She puts them in his eyes. It's not pleasant.
That's kind of what I thought, but like,
Yeah.
but I haven't seen it.
Yeah, I've actually been meaning to see that movie.
It's on my list of stuff to watch this month. So, Chris, you are the winner.
Yay!
However, we will be inviting some folks back to participate in the 6th game.
And humiliate themselves sorely. But anyway.
So
Yeah.
if you guys, even though you didn't win, if you are interested in coming back, I'm going to be doing that. So folks will be getting the opportunity to come back and defend their honor.
Yeah, sure.
It's cool. It's because it's a lot of things that like I don't think about. You know, I always think about like the director or the actors or the story, but like all these weird random things. It's educational.
So now knowing some of these questions, you can kind of do some research on some of the things that you haven't seen yet. So Chris,
I don't feel like there's enough time to do the research you'd have to do to get.
There's
This game.
cards.
This game spans a lot. Like it really does. I was really surprised and impressed with how much it goes into.
well, you can focus on the stuff that maybe you're not all that familiar with.
Right. Yeah.
I'm familiar with gore and fucking violence, but like there was some
Yeah, me
comic
too.
book question. You know what I mean?
Were very difficult. I think some of the levels of difficulty have a lot.
Because it's not like it's one specific medium that category focuses on. It's not like there's a category for books, there's a category for movies, there's a category. You know what I mean? It's like it's all across the board: comics, books, movies, whatever category it is. So it's a little tough.
Yeah. So did you think Chew was made into a film? or just the comic book?
It was just a comic.
I collected the comic. That was really, really good. The guy had people tasted stuff.
I mean, technically, Chris got that one too because he guessed. But
yeah, it's a really good comic book. It's definitely worth looking into if you're in a comic book store.
I mean, I feel like it's like everybody else's questions I knew, and it's like the questions I got, I was like,
Yeah, they were.
That seems how it tends to be sometimes. So I want to thank you guys for joining. I want to thank you guys for playing, and everybody. You guys did well. Like it came down to the wire. I mean, Chris was not invulnerable in any way, shape, or form on that last one. I thought, Hansi, you were going to get that, and I thought you were going to charge into the center and take the crown.
Next time.
But yeah, we will definitely be doing this again. I don't know if I'm doing it next Friday, but I will be doing it. I definitely won't be doing it on the 16th because that is the day before Ash's birthday, or Ashtoberfest.
Yeah,
but we will be doing this again. So I want to thank everyone who checked out the video, everybody who joined in. So you three folks. Before we go, Chris, where do you like people following you on social media?
Instagram.
Are you asking me or telling me?
I mean, like I sure Instagram.
And what is your Instagram username?
Good question. I think it's ChrisMac0316.
Okay.
I mean, I'm on Facebook too. I mean, if people want to find me on Facebook, that's fine. I mean, but you have to add me rather than follow me. Like, there's nothing to follow.
yeah.
Occasionally playing Friday the 13th online.
Occasionally. I actually haven't played that in a while. I've been playing that game, Fall Guys. I love that fucking game.
I just got that. I got that game, but I've never actually played it. I have it on the Switch.
It's a lot of fun.
Yeah,
it looks fun.
I downloaded it. I haven't played it because I have the PS Plus stuff as well. Misty, where do you like people following you, and where can they find your work?
Well, Horoscope will be coming out. Issue 1 and 2 will be coming out eventually. I don't know when at this point, but Scream Sisters is on Facebook. We're sorta on Instagram, but Facebook is the best place to find us. Current podcast is with James Balsamo. We'll be releasing one soon with the cast of the movie Driven, which is from 2020, which you can find on Amazon Prime.
Is that the one with Richard Spade?
Yes.
That's really, really good.
Yes, it's a great movie.
We interviewed them a few weeks before we interviewed you, Hansi. Like that was.
Yeah, my PR company also.
I didn't get Richard though, which was really, really bumming for me because I'm a Supernatural fan. But
me too. We have to talk.
He was at the beach surfing with his kids when we got him, so he was doing the interview in a wetsuit.
Really, he didn't even like message Glenn to even tell him if he was going to show up or not. So I was really, really upset.
Well, he's a busy guy. It happens. You know?
I've met him before because I went to a Supernatural convention. So
yeah,
good though.
He's hilarious. Yeah. Him and Rob.
He was really funny. It was really nice having everybody on. Hansi, where can folks find your work?
Well, pretty easy to find. Hansi Oppenheimer is full name, but anything related to Squee Projects, you can find me. I'm Squee Projects LLC on Instagram, at Squee Projects on Twitter. I have a website, squeeprojects.com, and I think the Fangirl Day is on YouTube.
And that's SQUEE, Squee.
Oh, we definitely should talk more, Hansi. I think we can be friends. I think so.
Well, thank you guys for joining, and this was a good time. This was fun, and Chris, congratulations! I will add you to the spreadsheet.
Oh, hell
yeah, Chris, you too. I want to talk to you about zombies. I want to talk to you about zombies, Chris.
Was that a Johnny the Homicidal Maniac reference earlier, by the way, the Squee thing? No? Okay, never mind.
Oh,
no, but I know. My friend Jess is really into Johnny Homicidal Maniac.
No, I love Zim, Invader Zim. I love Yana Vasquez.
Okay.
But it's just kind of coincidence because it became a fangirl term. So I was using it.
Okay, because I remember they used to say "squee" in that comic book all the time.
Yes.
I'm trying to start up a fangirl podcast, actually,
All right.
and
Well,
I need people for it.
I had been in horror for a while. I did about 10 episodes, like with Dee Wallace, Felicia Rose, Melissa Rose, Darcy the Mail Girl, a whole bunch.
Oh, Darcy!
Yeah, so they're on my YouTube channel if you want to listen, and they're all awesome and wonderful. Necromandia from Rue Morgue, and yeah.
Oh, cool.
excellent. Well, we'll be sure to put links to those. And until next time, thank you guys for joining. And
Thank you, Patsy. It was really fun.
you're welcome.
Thanks, Patrick.
Everybody have a great night.
Thank you. Good
Good
night,
night.
guys.